Hey y'all, so the adventure continues today. We basically yesterday got my dad's bike onto a trailer so that he could head home. And they did that trip, the 14-hour drive in just one stint. I decided I didn't want to do 14 hours. So we did 10 hours yesterday, and so we're sitting about 3.5 to 4 hours away. Yesterday was pretty close to uneventful, except for we had a couple little things that happened. And basically when I was telling you guys, keep a fuel tank with you guys, part of what happened yesterday is we're driving along on 94 and pull over to find a gas station thinking that we've got a little bit left. We're okay. We can go find a gas station down this town. We drive down, we find this gas station, and gas is literally leaking out of the pump. And so they get it all set up. They finally get it so that they think they've got the leak stopped on the pump. It's off of the quick disconnect. So if you drive away with the pump handle. So basically we took and we got all lined up, all ready, the whole length of us ready to go. And another biker behind us pulls in to the spot that they were having trouble with the hand pump. And so he picks it up, puts it on his bike, gets it all ready, pays for it, and then it blows up and goes all over his bike. I mean, it went everywhere. Luckily, he didn't have anything like this, or that would have sucked really bad. He just had the vinyl seats and everything, and so it sprayed all over his bike. And he's sitting there going, I don't have enough fuel to do anything. And we're sitting there going, we're out of fuel too. So I take that 2-gallon back there, pour it into my tank, and we find out where the next gas station is, and we're good to go. I personally, I've seen someone drive away with a handle. I've seen stuff like that, but I've never seen the quick disconnect not shut off that pipe or shut off that hose coming off of the fuel. And that one just that one went everywhere. So we had that kind of fun adventure last night. So again, thanks to, like I said, you want to make sure you've got, the fuel that you've got, the toolbox that you can kind of help yourself out, and you've got everything plentifully set up. So basically we took and we made it then all the way out here to Bozeman, Montana. And we pull into what we think we are going to stay at, which is a Holiday Inn. A Days Inn, Days Inn. Because we've had really good luck. We like the Days Inn price. We like the Days Inn has kind of had the continental breakfast. As much as you can during this time. They've had really great service to us. And they've usually had even a really great price for theirs as well. So we pull in Bozeman, Montana here and get all ready, get unloaded, start walking in and ask them for a room for 2 people for the night. And they're like, we're full. We don't have anything. We have the King Bridal Suite, which is $500 a night. And we're like, no, we're not going to do that. We, not going to do that. So we ended up spending about a little over 3 hours trying to find a place, and ended up in a Ramada Inn here in Bozeman. But it was university move-in week, I guess is what they call it. And so you got to kind of know where you're going. You got to be able to kind of plan and be able to move on some of these things that are kind of more difficult. And that's kind of the things that are going to make your bike, your ride, do things like that so much nicer, so much more fun. And doing things like that is what's going to make riding your bike a lot more fun. Because the more you break down on the bike, the more you don't have this long rides, or I guess what we do is we do an hour ride and then we stop, we relax, we break, we stretch, and then we go again. Or sometimes, like last night, we went about an hour and a half because I was like, we're only 30 minutes from where we think we were going to stop. And so we went that little extra. Now, my wife will tell you, she was exhausted after that long 10-hour ride.
Yes.
And so basically, you just got to kind of play it by ear, play it to go. But like I said, we're about 3.5, 4 hours away from home. We're going to, with that, looking, because that's just driving time. So looking at that, we're probably going to have about 3, maybe 2 to 3 half-hour stops, depending on. And we'll see how we get there. We know little things that we want to do. Like, we know we want to... She's already fallen asleep. Look at that. That's going to be a fun ride. She's going to be in the back going flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. That's why I got this big sissy bar to try and kind of hold her on. Oh, we need to strap our bag on. Look at that. Anyway, so one of the things we're thinking of upgrading is we're going to put a 2.5 gallon tank, a spun aluminum tank here that goes and connects into our petcock. We're going to also take our trailer back here. We found out this car topper type thing, it's not really meant to hold all this extra weight everywhere, and we've been building it up. I mean, we got a wood frame inside, we got things like that going on, but I think we're going to try and get like either some cold rolled steel or some aluminum diamond plate to build this out of, and we'll take you guys along if that's something you guys want to see, how we kind of build our next one and how we kind of set things up so that we can go further, go better, have more power, have more ability here in the future to do more things. Because like we said earlier, we found out we don't quite have enough power to run a condenser, an oxygen condenser, 2 CPAPs, and charge all of our phones at the same time. So we need to do something to be able to power everything up, get our batteries back up to 100% every night, and have enough power to do it. So that's something we're going to have to recalculate and refigure out when we build our new unit and get that figured out. So we're going to get going here pretty soon. I got to strap that back on. I love my saddlebags, by the way. We'll come down here. They're pretty huge and got a lot on them. They took a lot. This is like the 4th rendition of them to basically make sure that they could take a little bit of the impact down here when you turn too sharp or when you go up a road, and then another thing I recommend is we have these guys here. Now these guys, you can see the green there. What that tells you is that your tires are above 36 PSI. And that's what you want to keep motorcycle tires at, or pretty much almost all tires. But that tells you whether your tires are going flat or a little low. And that is pretty slick to have. Because we did actually have some low tires a little while back. For some reason, ours were sitting at about 15, and my dad's tires were sitting at about 10. And so that can happen on the road when you're driving around, but being prepared, having in our toolkit, we have an air compressor. Having little things like that all set up is the way to go. Anyway, you all, if you've got any questions, any comments, want to know anything else about how I ride a bike, anything else about my bike or anything like that, go ahead and shoot me comments down below. and you all have a wonderful and blessed day.